Wait a Not even me hot, me no have on. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to Miss Goldie Robinson. Great goodies. Thank you for being the first one in. Puss E Galore is in the building. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Let me put on my hat. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the crossing guards. Shout out to the school teachers. Shout out to law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel. Shout out to whatever it is your job description is. Shout out to you. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. You're not a dirty, bad mind, crowbait, crab in a barrel, drag down kind of person. You wish good for others as much as you wish good for yourself. Yeah, that part. Big up to everybody tuning in this morning. Thank you for being here. All right. On the 21st, I'm just gonna jump right in because we're gonna keep it short and spicy this morning. Just 1 hour, compact, impact. Uh let me see, the 21st is today's the 18th, Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, 19th, 20, 21st. So 19th is Friday, 20th, Saturday, Sunday, 21st, 22nd. On the 22nd, we will be doing our next $100 giveaway on the 22nd. So be there for that and make sure you watch the video the two videos that were put up. Let me speak in plain English because some of you been away from Jamaica so long and Jamaican culture. I think patois miss you sometimes. So sometimes I over here, I go down in the patois a little bit too deep for no, and really not over as when me I set try set on. So when I come back later, come say SouFLo what you did say earlier. So let me speak it in plain English for you. If your name is in green, you are eligible to win $100 when we do our $100 giveaway. Okay, the 22nd of July will be our next $100 giveaway. I just put up two videos from Jamaica that we filmed while we were in Jamaica in June. You need to watch those two videos. The questions will be asked from those two videos. The answer lies in those two videos. Once you watch the two videos, then you have a chance to win because you might be able to answer the question correctly. All right? That's where we're at with it this morning. We have to speak spoke a little bit for the people them where not tan like the rest how we. They not like us. I'm having a wonderful morning this morning. I don't know if you can tell. I'm up feeling very good and energized and healthy and all these things. You know what I mean? I went to the gym again. I'm on my gym thing these days. 5 o'clock in the morning is when I'm leaving the gym. So while you're sleeping, I'm working. That means at 2:30, 3 o'clock out of bed, 3 to 3:30 in the gym. 5 o'clock is my deadline to leave the gym. Get back in the office and work until morning thoughts start. That's how we do it. So we feel good and we give thanks to be able to do what we do. Now, we have a couple of things to talk about this morning. This is the wrong paper. What may I do with this? That's for this. All right. A bigger heads goes to prison in Jamaica. Finally, I've never seen this before. Remember, I've told y'all before that if you check the stats, right, we never see a big man go to prison yet. Not in Jamaica. They never get held accountable. They normally get found out and then they are given the opportunity to resign and then they ride off into the sunset with a big fat pension bag. But not in this particular case. And I'm talking about a big company and a whole lot of money. We're going to get into that story this morning. Also, remember Alice? Alice from Outer Hero Circle. Alice was sell crab. Alice where did shit in the bucket. Alice. Yeah, it doesn't seem like Alice problems are over. When I saw this morning, I said, oh God. Because as much as nastiness as she was with that act. And you know something, I got Jamaica, you know, I couldn't bring myself. I couldn't bring myself to go a hero circle, you know. You know, I told everybody, I said, the next time I'm in Jamaica for sure, I'm going to Hero Circle. Matter of fact, when it happened, I said, why them close down the whole thing? Because I understand the importance of being able to have your little hustler go on, and your income coming in. Because them bills that don't stop coming in. And people are able to provide for themselves and them family and these things. But they did one better. Them close it down. Them certified everybody in food handling certification and health certificate and all that. Shout out to the Minister of Health for doing that, right? And then them ban Alice from them ban Alice. So Alice they had no chance to actually come back and recoup or to no redemption, no chance at a redemption to show she could be better. But a lot of people were saying, no, we don't want her back with a business, but no redemption, no nothing. Don't come back. A person that did something like that will do it again. Remember, Alice did that shit in the bucket. Alice was shitting in the bucket in front of her customer. There was a guy on the other side of the counter one time, and he couldn't tell that Alice was shitting in the bucket in front of him. And she wipe her body and it looked like said the toilet paper did. You know when the toilet paper just broke off in her body, and she dropped it right in the bucket behind her while she was serving food. It was truly disgusting to see, honestly. But I'm a forgiving person. So I'm saying those who know better will do better. And Alice apparently didn't know better, but them never give her a chance to do better. But now she have more problems, on top of problems because of that. So we are going to talk about Alice problems them this morning as they have mounted. Jill Scott, the singer, Jill Scott, let's take a long walk around the park after dark and find a spot for us to spark a conversation. Jill Scott. Jill Scott has a message for young ladies out there that I think is very important. So I'm going to play that message this morning. Somewhere along this live here this morning, we're going to play that message there. And then there's a story here about two young ladies who are now facing murder charges because them killed them sugar daddy. Yeah, the sugar daddy got killed. And I think this story right here in particular, like the big man them like myself, we need to pay some attention to these kind of things. Yeah, because the little young girl them don't really want you like that. They want your sugar. And it's not your sugar stick. Cause them say sometimes the stick no have no more sugar in it, cause you pass your days. So them just want the sugar in your wallet. but so how we eggs up ourselves under them young girl and no know so then we kill you. Then we murder you, my friend. I saw one yesterday, old guy. I think he is 89 or something like that, 90 something. Him say he wants to be screwed to death. Why can't a nice young lady, this is how he plans to go out. He wants a nice young lady to come broke off him sugar stick. Yeah, he want a nice young lady to just put it on him till him heart going to failure and he just leaves this life. He says, I'm not afraid to die. I don't think I make this up. Let me see if I have the video. I'm not afraid to die, he said. I just want to go out on my own terms. And this is the terms he wants to go out on. And, he has a bit of money. He has a bit of money. So he said that he is going to use his money to try to facilitate that, to make sure. So I was going to pass that video on to some of my Jamaican girls. And I was going to contact that man and tell him, say, listen, if you take a trip to Jamaica, right? I mean, since you want to pass away happily, if you take a trip, I can organize this for you, free of cost. I wouldn't want anything. Just the young ladies, our young lady who does the job would get her money, right? I don't want to be a pimp. I don't want to be pimping. I don't want to organize anything and take any fees. I can hook you up. You go to Jamaica, you pay your way, you get somewhere nice to stay. I will hook you up with a secured environment, safe Airbnb environment with all the help you need in the world. And then on top of that, two of them bad Jamaican girl they were you're sure for dead and that. And what better way to go, right? Beautiful Jamaica, you pass away in paradise. Hopefully, you're booking to somewhere that has a private beach so you can go down to the beach late in the night. When the sun comes up in the morning over that beautiful, warm, clear water, they will find you laid out, and the two young ladies will have gone on about their business. No criminal charges pressed, just you gone on to glory. I think I could organize that for him. It's an older white man that says this is how he wants to go out. Screwed to death. And he's very adamant about making it happen for himself, even if he has to use his last dollar to make it happen. So me want to help him. Me want to help him make it happen. Carrot Notice says a fufu man. I don't really think he's a fufu man. Yeah, I mean, he's lived long enough. Come on, 90 years on Earth. He's ready. He's ready to go. He's ready to go. Not only that, he wants to choose the way that he goes. Anyway, I want to hear that story. And for the older guys, them, please listen to the story. A hooker, them call her a hooker because they said she was known in the neighborhood for selling coochie. She's into prostitution, right? She and her homegirl killed their sugar daddy. And then they severed his thumb, take off his finger, and carry it around with them. Now somebody might say, what's the purpose of that? I don't know if y'all saw the other video. I think this was in Brazil, where another lady brought her sugar daddy to the bank in a wheelchair, dead. And she and she did not try to use the man's hand. She put the pen in his hand like this, and then she was trying to use her hand to sign the checks because they had to show up in person to get this big of a check cleared. And the man was dead as nit. I don't know if you ever seen the movie called Bernie's, something Sundays at Bernie's or Bernie's, something about Bernie's, where they were driving around with the dead man in the back of the car for how long on vacation and everything. She have the dead, some woman, she have the dead man. The man is dead. The video is everywhere out there. I'm sure some of y'all have seen it. Can attest to it for me. So people that feel say SouFLo they make up some foolishness. I had to watch the video like 100 times. The man dead as dead, not close to dead. He's dead. I see she fling up him hand on the table. See man, and then she pick up him hand and drop so in head drop so she put him back up so take him hand so she put the pen in his hand. She hold him hand and write upon the paper. It was the lady, the bank teller lady that was like, hey, can he open his eyes? Can he say a word or two? Can he nothing? Weekend at Bernie's benches. That's it. Thank you. Can he say something? Anything? Blink. Nothing. The man couldn't do nothing. So them call police and they call medical people, and medical people came, pronounced him dead at the bank, and she got charged because she have the dead mother try to sign paperwork. Anyway, listen to this one, right? A 22-year-old escort and her girl pal are charged with killing their sugar daddy and cutting off his thumb, which they used to access his finances, buying booze and drugs and other things, according to court records. Tiffany Taylor Gray, who witnesses said was involved in prostitution around that neighborhood. She is now accused of luring in 53-year-old Fasil Teklemariam. I'm not going to say his name again, his last name again. Fasil Teklemariam to his Washington, D.C. apartment on April 1st, where he was struck in the head and then stabbed multiple times, according to the police affidavit that has been released. One witness told the police that they saw Taylor, the 22-year-old, using the dead man's thumb to obtain money from the dead man's account. This is what the court affidavit said. There are many witnesses. Witness number 5 also stated that Taylor paid for Uber rides to a whole lot of different places. She bought weed and alcohol, and she used the money to buy other things as well, went shopping, clothes, shoes, you know, all those things. And that was all done with using the dead man's thumb. Somebody saw her using the thumb and thought, this is weird. That's not her thumb. Where'd she get that thumb from? But money is coming out. So Gray and an alleged cohort, 19-year-old Audrey Miller, are facing murder charges in this case right now. Sugar Daddy was only 53, you know. He was only 53, but he's considered a sugar daddy because a 22-year-old and a 19-year-old only came through when you were about to give them some sugar. Everybody wants a sugar daddy until it's time to give up their sugar to the sugar daddy. You understand? Um, Security camera photos were released by DC Metro Police, and it shows Fasil walking into his Peabody Street Northwestern upper end apartment with Miller on April 1st, leaving briefly less than a half an hour later and returning with 3 cans of Coca-Cola. He was never seen alive again. Cops were called to the apartment, and shortly after 11:30 a.m., April 5th, they found him bloodied and near the bedroom with multiple stab wounds and missing his thumb on his right hand. Investigators determined that the two women and at least one man were seen using the dead man's key fob to get into the building several times, including leaving with items from his apartment. So they robbed his apartment. They used his apartment for a hangout spot for a couple of days with his body in it. They killed him and then went and got younger guys who were in their age group, 19 to 22, to come help them do the rest. Police used the footage and the trace of the dead man's phone to track down his accused killers. Now, Gray, who also used the name Taylor Green, was already named as an accomplice for allegedly stealing another $1,800 from the victim's Cash App while the two were at a hotel in October of 2023. The affidavit said. So she stole from him before, he pressed charges on her before, and she came back again. I don't know if him dropped the charges or what, but she came back again. Why should he must have some good something? I don't know. Or him couldn't find nothing else. The outcome of the case is unclear so far. However, the police busted Miller in the murder case on June 21st and then picked up Gray on July 1st of 2024. Both of them are now charged with first-degree murder, with the police offering another $25,000 reward for anyone else involved in this gruesome slaying, if anybody knows any information about anybody else who is involved in this gruesome slaying. Okay, so his thumb is gone. They've been using his thumb all along for quite some time to access all his stuff. Apparently, she must have been watching him because she's been around him before. You know, you're there as an older man and you're thinking she's admiring me. I look good. I look for see where I put your thumb or how you open your or how you open your phone, Papa. She not look for you for talk about you look good. She's looking at you to see how you open in your phone. She's looking at you to see what else she can get from. So apparently, she's watching him think him sexy. All these things to our young girl find Papa sexy. Yeah. And she figured out that his right thumb was what he used to access everything. Is how him running business off him right thumb. Some people use facial recognition. Some people use a pattern. Some people use numbers for passwords. He uses his right thumb. So she said, frig it. Kill him, take off the right thumb, and go about our business. Some people use their eyes, right? Retinal scan, and all these things. I don't know what the message is in for this. 19 to 22 years old and you're 53. and they only come around fun times, you're definitely a sugar daddy. You've been sugared. Is the most we can say. But you know what? I can't tell the big man them say. I can't even tell the big man them say go to woman your own age group. Cause it's not feasible. It's not feasible. A lot of a lot of big men have complained already that woman in a for them age group is not even attractive anymore. Just like how the woman them were run down young boy, I say the man them in a for me age group, them can't do nothing no more. You know, me like a strong jockey with a tough piece of iron. And the man them in my age group not taking care of themselves and them can't go the distance no more. And I remember one lady write us and tell us that every time, that every time him touch it, him pop off. She was like, he doesn't have a problem standing up. You know, he stands up. But every time, as soon as him touch it, him pop off. Like, no matter how, like, she try work with him and she thinks it has to do with his age. You know, I mean, I think like stuff like those have to do with the age. I think stuff like those have to do with other conditions. You know, but me have some things that me can help you with still if you're a big man and you're experiencing certain things. Just don't be ashamed. You can reach out to me at SouFLoTV@gmail.com. Don't call my phone. Me and no man and discuss hood problems. But you can reach out by writing and I will write you back and give you some suggestions. Right? Matter of fact, while we're on air right now, I can put some out in the air. I'm no doctor and I'm not claiming to be a doctor, but I know that ashwagandha root works. Listen to me enough. Deadwood, listen. Cause you're out there getting yourself in problems. And woman your age don't want you and the young girl them just a sugar you out. I see them all cut off all your man thumb and gone with the man thumb. I don't want this happen to you. Ashwagandha. If you can find the wood from Trinidad, I would advise you to use it sparingly. So get you a Trini virgin, preferably a big man Trini virgin. I don't think them little rumhead boy I know nothing about this, right? That's sometimes why the big man them take away on young boy girl from uno because yeah you rum out and you're young and you rum out and you're back weak and you're young and it shouldn't be that way. She can take weak back from an old man because that's understandable. But you young and you're back weak and your stamina and power good. So she don't want you. But ashwagandha works good. Yohembe bark works good. I swear by the Yohembe. Yohembe just sometimes get me eye them really red, but it's amazing, right? So I'm giving away some secrets this morning, right? Ashwagandha, Yohembe, and the one from Trinidad. The one from Trinidad. When I remember the one from Trinidad, I'll tell you the name of it. But one from Trinidad is dangerous. Me tell my story enough time already. I'm sure you've heard it. So I'm not gonna waste time telling it again this morning. But the one that from Trinidad, I would use that sparingly. If you know the name, Bob One Day, King Biggs. King Biggs, see King Biggs here with it. The Bob One Day. The Bob One Day root. Listen to me though. Don't use it, overuse it, and then come look for me when them have a slice down your something. Because that one day, serious, right? All right. So you have your hembe bark, and you have ashwagandha, and the Bob One Day. But the Bob, the Bob One Day, I promise you, if it's not dead, do not use it. If you have any kind of circulation going on down there, don't use the Bob. Matter of fact, you can use the Bob One Day, but I went against the person's instructions. The person said, I'm telling you, boy, big up my Trinidad. He said, he said, watch now. As he was giving it to me, you know, he take it back. He said, watch now. Anytime you hear a Trinidad say, watch now, watch what I'm telling you. I said, I pay attention, I act like me I pay attention. Because I say, I murder something today. Him say, watch now. Me not intend to listen to nothing. Me I go use whole heap of it. He said, watch now. You don't use no more than this. You just full the cock. And that is all you use. Me drink way more than that. Can I tell you problems? Yeah, real problem. I'll go back into the story again, but real problems. That one that we send you go to hospital. for sure. But there are things out there, men, if that is the problem with you, that you can use to firm up yourself a little bit. Yeah, I'm afraid of some of them something to do, and I use the others sparingly as well, right? To firm up yourself a little bit. Cause me here no complain say the blue pill now work and the this now work and the that now work. That's a message for the older men them out there. It's a natural part of life. Everything slows down. You buy a new vehicle, the new vehicle new for a while. After a while, you have transmission problem, you have this problem, you have that problem. It's the same thing with your body, right? There's nothing to be ashamed of. I don't know why we live in a society now where people make people feel ashamed of getting older and ashamed of all the things that come with getting older. All them something that come with getting older. You're not fire like a rocket like what time. You're not 19 and 20 and 21 no more. Your recovery time is next day. 24 hours later is one round you have. Yeah, and that's it. And if it come out slow or fast, it done. Done right there, so. So that's it. Maybe you might get a next one for your night. I don't know if you really charge up and these kind of things. You have to take care of your body, my friend. You have to take care of your body. Matter of fact, I was going to talk about this morning, but I don't want to get into it too long. So I go to the gym, right? And I've been missing a lot of time at the gym. Months. And when I go back to the gym, I see certain people who they're veterans as well. And I can tell say they're like drinking excessively and in a part of life that is confusing. And then them come to the gym. Like I've gone from the gym for months, and when I come back, them look the same or them look worse. And they've been going to the gym all along. So the message is just take care of yourself, man. Take care of yourself. Life is going to life you anyways, and destiny is going to find you anyways. But in the meantime, you can do things to take care of yourself. Rest is important. Eating properly is important. Another thing I was going to talk about was the kind of woman that you have. And you want the woman to cook all the time. And she cook good. But the kind of food that she cook is not healthy for you. The one bag of fried chicken and the lasagna and the whole heap of starch and the whole heap of it just oily food and something is just not good for you. So a woman will cook you to death. And you can boast and say, my woman cooks for me every single day. But it could be the reason why you're dying, not just dying as in the whole of you're dying, but it could be the reason you're dying. Down there, so. Now, I want to tell you, say, when she done kill down there for you with her cooking, she not gonna be standing around waiting for you and Mr. Deadman down there to be resurrected. She carry that gun to somebody else who has not died yet. that's the that's the wicked part of life. That's the wicked part of life. Macaroni and cheese and all this oily fry up chicken and potato salad and all them something there. Kill you. Dead. Clogged arteries, poor circulation, and all these things. And then she carry the tuntun go give somebody else who can handle it because you can't handle it no more after she done kill it for you. So y'all got to be careful about all that too, right? Audrey Wright say, how you look worse if y'all go to the gym regularly? Because them a go to the gym regularly, but them a eat wrong same way. Exercise alone now gonna help you. You can go to the gym till you knock out in the people in gym. If you're not changing what you're consuming along with the exercise, then the biggest part of losing weight, getting in shape, looking good on these things is actually what you consume. Yeah. And you don't have to go lift a bag of heavy weights and run till you drop out dead on the treadmill and these things. Moderate exercise is what's recommended anyways, but it's more into your diet, the things that you eat and drink. Some of these veterans, they have an alcohol problem and you drink. And because in the military, we drink. And then they continue this drinking thing. And that's where the problem lies. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, my brother.
Morning, King. What going?
Right, alright. Yo, me I touch you real quick before we start my schedule, is it?
See it. Talk to it up.
All the people know say, yo, them listen what I say, key and that. I really think you talk about the food thing, is it, man?
Yeah, try to help some people,
you know, joke. Yo, I'm 34 years old, see?
See it.
And I say, I can feel the change in my body, brother, compared to when I was 22. You see me? When I was 22, I blow down everywhere in the youth. You see me?
Yeah, fire like a rocket.
Yeah, fire. That's when we touch 30, brother. That's when we touch 30. They start getting nervous and all that. And me join them start get weak. Me say, blows and skirt. Yeah. Yeah. And some big man used to pick up all of me at 25 to blows and skirts. That, yeah, stop that. You're like a marathon mirror when we reach 30, you know, brother. You see it?
Already?
Already. So I say, no, man. You know, he's on 20 for junk food, brother. Remember one thing I say, you know, drink soda and them thing there.
Yeah, me not drink soda at all.
You know, man, me drink soda, man, milk. Sometimes me drink all milk.
Me not drink cow milk neither. I don't drink cow milk and I don't drink soda.
Yo, one time I drink all milk just to quench me thirst, bro.
Right.
You see what I say?
Brother, that's they're good when you did young and you did that do like track and feel on them something there.
So you want me make it change, you know, make it sacrifice and make it change, you know.
Yeah.
Yo, I realize that to me now broke too often, you see me?
Yeah.
Anytime I come on, me broke, brother. It's like a some blows and shirt, gel me and let out, you see it? I say, yeah. I say, no, yo, I start getting nervous, dog. I say, I don't use to explain to him, I sit down in my young days. You see me? So I say, I must hold me and get old, dog.
Nobody get potent.
Yo,
you get potent.
It's everybody sees up there. It come like some gloomy and it up there. So, yeah. So, I start watch all the food on me eat and I stop eat for like a week. I start go on fast and realize that the less me eat, and the stronger my body get. The less me eat, and the stronger my body get. I remember me hear about this experiment where some scientists took on some rat, you see me? And them put two different rat in a two different cage, and the one where them feed a set, and then them no feed the other set. And you see the one where them feed more, at them dead faster than
rotted.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So them conclude say, yo, the more you eat, the food you eat, it deteriorates your body more and more. You see me?
Overconsumption, man. Yes, man.
Overconsumption.
Yeah, tire out your system.
People say, yo, little fasting here and there, nobody know, you see it?
Talk that again. Facts.
Yo, little fasting here and there, and that are the key, hombre.
Yes.
So that's why the people know say, yo, them take heat to you, say, yo, you know what you're
all right, sir. Sleep there. Manners and respect here.
All right.
Yeah, anytime the brother they call me, know something I'm gonna laugh like a bit. What? Yo, when the time you start pop dog in the man, you will start to find experiment about rat. All kind of something because you said, Jesus Christ, we can't believe they come to this. But it's life. A life, you know, is life. Life is life in. I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna laugh my way all the way out of this. All the time, me not talk that for my something. Me like I say all when my something can't work no more. Me not talk that for my something. I'm not even putting those words into the universe. Proper washout and fasting does wonders. King Biggs, absolutely right. That's another thing I promote on this channel as well. Me see some man. Me ask some brother and me say, you ever do a washout? Jamaican too. One name so. I was like, wait there. Yeah, but you come from the Caribbean. Can't not just Jamaican alone me talk to. St. Vincent, me have some people from, let me say, Trinidad always. Me Trinidad them always around me. Antigua and Barbuda. So me I ask them, you ever do washout? You know, cause we talk and as man exchange thoughts and stuff, and man I tell myself why, you know, man feel tired, boy, man ain't doing what I'm supposed to do, boy. I think I say you ever do a washout. I mean, hear them say, what is that? I say, oh God. So when me explain it now, they're like, no, I never had one before. I say, rotted. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yeah, my brother. Good morning.
Morning, King. What go on?
You know, so like I know the voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, tune in, man. You know the funny thing about it? Yesterday, me I find out certain thing, you know, we are talking about, you know. I'm going to share a vital information with you.
Yes.
For the past 2 years, I noticed certain things like I decline. Not that I can't get it up, I'm good with the getting up. You said the sustainable part,
right,
not operating.
at optimum.
All right, at optimum.
See.
I decide, say, okay, I'm kind of nervous,
Yeah.
I say, all right, I'm going to the doctor yesterday. I'm going to talk to them. Them do a blood work. Brother, and man, my fellow men, you see your testosterone, the level of your testosterone, very vital in your body.
Absolutely.
You know, we learn the testosterone level, if it drop, it make you angry, it make you miserable, it make you feel like you don't want to do nothing, and it make it feel poor in your activity.
Menopause, I go through
and I literally say menopause,
right.
But it's the effect what it have on your body.
Right.
And then what happens, you see your partner, it become a turn off to your partner with you not knowing. You understand me? When the man come back with the result and the man said, no, 190. The man say, yo, the average lowest one man for go with them testosterone level is 600.
Rotted. So your thing drop way low.
Way low, my brother.
So you know, and you know what too? I'm glad you said that. Now that we're on the topic, because a lot of times, because I do annual blood work and full physical, right? But never do. I mean, I'll come up here, come act like, yeah, I checked that too and everything. They don't check your testosterone level like that, not unless you request testosterone level to be checked. And that's a whole different arena of stuff now for go deal with. So yeah, we can know that too for real.
Me they are worry because me I worry about injection, me I worry about snippet. You know them snip the line there for keep it away name there. Yo, all sort of things away name them. Me nervous. You saw the man say, I come in at a vital time.
So you know now.
A quick fix. And now if I go through all of them hula below and wait name there. It's a simple apply to my body and build up my testosterone. And then we will good again.
You
but
know,
me have to share it with the man them to make them know, say, yo, take it out. Everything that you all are checking on what name there, check your testosterone level.
Right.
Because I'm telling you, SouFLo, for the past 2 weeks, I was on the brink of losing somebody who is very vital to me. When I tell you it's very vital, I almost throw away 11 years.
Was it because your partner was complaining, or was it because you yourself was feeling like,
it's me myself, because I don't want to do anything with her. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Which I'm not aware of the side effect.
Yeah, because when your testosterone levels drop, even your desire to have intercourse, it gone complete. It depends on how low it goes, but that desire goes away as well. A man not fire like him supposed to, so I'm not have no interest in it, right?
It's just some simple stuff, some simple walk, like walk got a store with her or something like that, you know. So it give off a negative impact. So like it kind of like showing you're not appreciative of her.
Right. But the ladies them who listening this morning though, if you care about the man that you're with, you know, and you see stuff where going funny, you're hearing from men this morning. So, you know, put those in perspective too, or weigh in with this too. Check your man too. Because if a life partner, you're supposed to be looking out for each other. So check your man too. Nobody just run left the man.
Because she been a say it, you know, my brother. She been a say it, you know. And I wasn't listening in a certain way. You understand me? I was being ignorant about it.
Because that's something where you really want to admit or just jump on and say, yeah, that's it. It's not.
No.
It's not.
But it's when I see she withdraw and I'm feeling that feeling. You know, when you're with somebody for a while, you can tell within your body language, like the person that drift away from you or something going on.
Right.
That's the effect I have. And I'm like, you know what? I gotta make it right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm just letting everyone know, yo,
and
man.
Big up to you for being proactive though, bro. Cause you know in a Philly culture, the man them proactive what? Especially about something like that. They blame everything except for taking accountability. You know, a lot of men.
Brother, it wouldn't be up if we're not here. But here don't produce certain things. So because of that reason, we have to engage in other things to keep it up.
See.
Because if we're at home, we're good.
Yeah. Yeah.
We will be really good. I mean, I tell us that the man them give me a shot yesterday. I mean, I wait for the rest of things I'm coming to start apply. I was way calmer, brother. Me more the back of the house and the front of the house. Yesterday, one shot, 1.5 hours.
Energy up.
I'm here to tell you.
All right. Wow. Wow. Hey, thank you so much for calling in and sharing this. Thank you so much.
Always.
Manners and respect, my brother.
Respect.
Respect. You see, that's why I like keep company with big man. I'm not hang around little boy because you know, some big man have some little boy mentality still too. But what the brother said just now, let it be a lesson, not just to the men, because men, you have to be proactive with your own health. As a Caribbean person myself, and knowing how our culture is in the Caribbean, not just Jamaica, and the whole of the Caribbean island, them have the same, the men have the same kind of thing, right? We're not so proactive. We're kind of afraid of doctor too, for many different reasons. And then, you know, me know nobody come fingle me up, boy, and feel up my balls and all these kind of things. Hey, nobody putting nothing up in my bum, see, boy. Ain't nobody doing nothing and this and that. Well, we have to start get over these things, right? Remember, you know, man, life is here to be lived. And this is not like back in the day. Because back in the day when them never did have as much education on certain things, topics, and solutions to meet those issues, people just live with it. And they just resign to, well, you know me, and I'm in marriage for how long, and honey boo reach 40 now, and him look like him done, so we do it once a month when him can, and all that. Lord, him highly irritable and this, that, and the other, and no, so the man testosterone level just took a dive, and it's just diving further, and certain foods are helping it to dive even further, bury it under the ground. That's another thing. That's why I said earlier, it's a lot to do with what you consume as well, because a lot of the food that you eat can also contribute to lowering your testosterone or increasing your testosterone. You live in a time that's called information age. But look up information and take care of your body properly, because there are health sites out there that tell you the different foods, medical sites that tell you the different foods that will lower your testosterone or will increase your testosterone. I'm not a doctor, but I know that testosterone cannot be increased by any other way except for the way the caller just said, when him calling, which is a kind of a drastic measure. If you don't go to the doctor, you can't access it, or through foods. These over-the-counter things, even I bought one, and me not feel like me need it, so me never start take it yet. It just sit down there in the cupboard along with all my other stuff that I indulge in. You know, I don't feel like mine is dropping yet. But me I go check mine too and find out, because I don't want to do it when it's too late. You know, I don't want to be, oh, I can't, and have a problem lesser. So I'm going to be proactive about that based on what I just heard from the brother that just called. You know, remember, I always say this, whatever is happening to one of us is probably happening to many more of us. So it's important for us to come together as a community and have these types of conversation. You know, these real talks. You're not sure these kind of conversations go a long way. Help people along the way. Because Robinson says, just reading up on it now, testosterone levels affect women also. Yeah, hormonal changes in women also. That's a whole nother issue. But I'm a kind of man like this. I don't speak on women issues and women's body. Maybe if I was doing a show that had to do that, wifey was sitting next to me and she could jump in and say something about woman stuff, but me try to stay out of the lane there. You know what I mean? Because I'm not qualified to do that. I've never been a girl. I never grew into a woman. I can't speak from experience, all these other things. But I can speak from experience as a man that was born a boy and grew into a man and has been on this journey for a while. I can speak from first-hand experience, and I can speak from experience from hearing from others around me as well. But yes, women and their hormonal changes are affected as well. We don't know so much about testosterone. I found out that women have testosterone levels too when I was looking up the track and field something, and that lady, young lady from Africa, Semena something. Anyway, she's like a world sprinter, but she tests her testosterone level tests off the charts, so they banned her. But her testosterone levels are her naturally God-given test. She even take off her clothes and show them. She's like, look, I have a vagina, I have two breasts. They did tests on her. She has a full reproductive system of a woman, but her testosterone levels are super high. And I didn't know that in Olympics level, special world level sports, that if a woman testosterone level goes too high, they put you out of the sports. Right. Semenya, I think her name was. But that's when I found out that testosterone was in woman as well. I thought it was a man thing. So I'm not going to speak on women stuff and don't know what me I chat about. It happens when your testosterones are higher than your estrogen. That's when Kaitai Jai Empress says. So I guess that's when like hair start come out on them chin and all them something there. Her father had to confirm also main one. Yeah, and they still banned her. They still banned her, which is crazy. And no, you know what's funny? She's a real woman, and she has a reproductive system of a woman by their testing. She tell them run any test for me, but I'm not taking your drugs because they told her we'll give you some drugs to lower your testosterone level. It wasn't her alone. It was her and other women from that region in Africa, right? They told them we will give you some drugs to lower your testosterone level to the normal levels, what we call normal, to compete. And she said, no, I'm not taking nothing artificial. I don't do nothing artificial. I'm 100% natural. Run any test on me. They ran tests on her. She has a full reproductive system of a woman, head to toe, and then still ban her. But the same people that ban her are actually advocates for men who are wanting to compete in women's sports because they are identifying as women and have gone through the changes to try to become a woman. Everything upside down at the world we live in now. I don't understand it because they could not beat her in any race. Yeah, exactly. Kaz Robinson, exactly. Them couldn't beat her in any race, and they didn't want anybody else coming out of that region that carried that high level of testosterone that was that dominant in the sport to beat the rest of them over time in any race either. So them just ban she and ban anybody who like her. Yeah. Backwards King Bigs, big time. But yeah, it's good to talk about with our body, man, for the man them especially. And that story though, so the girl them killed the sugar daddy. I'm trying to say to the to the older men them out here, be careful. I'm not gonna tell you to go be with a woman your own age. Cause I know some relationship go. Sometimes you find somebody younger and them gel and mesh with you. And sometimes you find somebody older and them gel and mesh with you and whatever. But if you're out here looking, seeking a life partner, um, just be careful because the 53 to 19 something there, it's 99.9% of the time probably won't work out. That's just how it goes. If you're there if you look for fun, yes, then you have to be cautious and watch your wallet and watch where you watch where you put what, watch how you where you show them all that. No say you have fun. Don't even bring them guy your yard. Them shouldn't even know where you live. If I them game the yard play still as a man in a them age group there with some 19 and 20-year-old. But to each his own still. There's a story out of Jamaica that I wanted to run through real quick. But me go through Alice first, because we don't have much time and we're finishing at 9:05 at the latest. So, Alice doo-doo in the bucket, and it caused a big controversy, and now there is more problem for Alice. Disgraced vendor Alice Waugh, who was videotaped relieving herself at her station at the popular Crab Circle food spot in the corporate area. Yesterday, she was fined $250,000 for breaching the Public Health Act. It took them this long to decide what they wanted to do with Alice. So, on top of her punishment of never being able to work at the crab shack again, she is also fined now $250,000. Alice was charged on an indictment for defecating in a food handling facility. Jesus Christ. She pleaded guilty to the offense on a previous occasion in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court. I'm called Caraga Court, Can you imagine you stand up in a court and the judge say, "So what are you here for?" And she said, "Me shit in a bucket, sir. I'm the crab station." Oh God. But anyhow, she previously went to court and she pled guilty, and the health department had the place shut down, and the stalls at Crab Circle were all shut down for a renovation and a decontamination cleaning. Crab Circle, after the video of war surfaced on social media, in it she is seen defecating in her area and cleaning herself with toilet paper, which she then disposed of in the same bucket. Other vendors in the area said this is a regular thing that she do. And not one time she do it all the time. Alice was the sacrificial lamb because there was no bathroom out there. So, where was everybody else relieving themselves? You see, I feel like say Alice alone get caught. Now, I told my audience, I said, next time I go to Jamaica, I definitely I go a crab circle. Heroes circle, go get some of the crab them, because wifey love crab. Wifey says, you go by yourself. Come, come, Milan, I'm not the from out there. But then more I thought about it, when we were in Jamaica, we just decided we wasn't going to go there. The more I thought about it, it was like, so if Alice did I do it, that means that other people did I do it too. And there was another vendor who came out and said, I know she alone do it, I just she alone get catch. And the only reason she alone get catch, I through the woman where did that video her, she bad mind, and them always in her things. So that made me say, no. Now, in a previous story, Chief Public Health Inspector Grayson Hutchinson described the vendor's action as disgusting and unpleasant. The fine was imposed by Senior Judge Sanchia Burrell, who indicated that if the monies were not paid, if the $250,000 is not paid, Alice will have to do 30 days imprisonment. Oh God. 9 months for stealing $40 million, 7 years for stealing $74 million. Sentence does not compute. Murderers get less sentence, some people says. Me don't know what that have to do with nothing. But Alice has to pay $250,000 now as her punishment for doodling in the bucket. And if she doesn't pay it, she will be imprisoned for 90 days. That's 3 months of prison. Shit in a bucket. Well, I laugh, but we can't laugh. It's not okay. It's not okay. The last one for this morning now. Before I don't think we're gonna get into. I'm gonna cut past this real quick. I looked everywhere trying to find this person's picture, but I couldn't find it. Lawrence Pummels is his name. He is the former National Energy Solutions official sent to prison in Jamaica. Finally, a bigger heads man who was found to be corrupted will now go to prison. I've never seen this happen in Jamaican history as long as I've been alive. But he was ordered by the courts to forfeit over $40 million and several high-end vehicles following his conviction. In a release on Wednesday, which was yesterday, a Financial Investigation Division or FID said that under the Proceeds of Crime Act, it secured a forfeiture order for the assets from Supreme Court Justice Yvonne Brown on June 20th of 2024. I'm going to go deeper into this video on a separate video by itself because there's so much that was going on that led up to this. Specifically, Pummel is to forfeit cash only, totaling $36.29 million and another 4,800 US dollars, just over 3 million Jamaican dollars cash held in a savings account with a local commercial bank, and then just under another 1 million Jamaicans in cash that is held in a local credit union from the sale of a 2014 Mercedes-Benz, a Mercedes-Benz CLA 250, following the recovery of all applicable fees and a loan repayment on a 2009 Honda Accord and a 2014 Audi Q7 and a 2016 BMW X6. Pummel was sentenced to 9 months imprisonment in the St. Catherine Parish Court after he pleaded guilty to 2 counts of corruption and 6 counts of possession of criminal property. Now, what led to all this? When they caught Pummel and another man was caught, with a large sum of money. I believe it was like $150 million. But Pummel should have been removed from the company he was working at. There's a man at the company named Oswald Williams. I didn't use his picture this morning, but Mr. Oswald Williams, under his leadership at the board at the state-owned, this is a state-owned company, not a private company, taxpayers' money. At the state-owned National Energy Solutions Limited, under Mr. Oswald Williams' leadership, allowed Lawrence Pummel, who is an operator's engineer, to sign many checks for 7 months after his stint as acting chief engineer ended in November of last year. According to company policy, Pummel should have been removed as a signing officer after Anthony Brown, chief engineer, returned from leave that ran from May to November, but checks and balances were not put in place, and him run up the money to about $150 million. So you talk about corporate choppings, you're talking about big corporate choppings. But Mr. Pummel is now on his way to prison. And that's the first time I've ever seen that happen. Let's end this video this morning. Him signed them to himself. Yeah. And he will not be the last because there is 8 in Parliament right now that will have to be held accountable. Kaz, I'm going to make my prediction on the 8 that's in Parliament. First it was 6, and then it came back saying there was 2 only because 4 were found to be well within the law and nothing wrong. Then the 2 turned to there's 8 in Parliament after there was much outrage of sweeping stuff under the rug. So I'm going to make this very clear. For one, they will not reveal the identity of the 8 who are under scrutinization, like Tanto Black said, meticulously scrutinized. And when this is all over with, nothing will be found. Just like in Issa phone, in her phone, how they found no criminal anything leading to anything. It was all good, even though she fought them tooth and nail forever to not go into her phone. And then they eventually found that there was nothing. Same thing is going to happen with the illicit 8. There won't be anything found there because that's how Jamaica operates. On our way out, with 3 minutes to go, which I will probably rob another 5 minutes from if necessary. You know, Jill Scott is one of my favorite artists. Jill Scott had a message this morning that I thought I would share with I want my sister them understand something. You see when I'm telling you things, I'm telling you things that I would actually say to my daughter. Okay? So I know someone will get super defensive when I say stuff to you because I guess because it's coming from a man. And I guess it's because it don't sound so ideal or whatever. So my Jill Scott something is lost. Okay. So I'll have to just repeat that myself then. Jill Scott said her message to young ladies. Okay, no, it's not lost. It's right here.
Be smart during your youth. Okay. Sorry. Because what happens during your youth will change everything that comes after it. Yes. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Listen enough.
Think about what you're doing while you're young. I know the energy is to be careless and carefree because you're wild and you're young, but what you do now does absolutely affect what happens to you later. Let me hip you to the science. The 20s are for working hard. The 30s are for working smart. The 40s are for working whenever you feel like it. Yes, I can't.
The 20s are for working hard. The 30s are for working smart. And the 40s are for working when you feel like it. If you set yourself up from the 20s to the 30s, right? I said this before. I had a long talk with my audience before. Never heard it from Jill Scott. Was just my perception of life based on my own experience, right? Because some lady or girl was putting out a video that went viral, and it was from Jamaica where she was like, "Fuck down the place in your 20s, take whole heap of man." And I was like, "What kind of message is this? Take whole heap of man. How y'all gonna know which man are the right man? How y'all gonna know if you like big body or little body? How y'all gonna know if you like?" And I was like, "What kind of garbage is this?" Right? Another one was saying your 20s is where you make all your mistakes. Your 20s is where you dash out and you experience life and you go wild. And then I saw a brother who is famous. I don't remember his name. He's on TV as well. But he said, because his parents are African, but he was born in America. He was like, by the time he was 23 years old, he was able to retire his mom and his dad. Lucky for him, but he followed in their teachings. And he was talking about how toxic that message is. Wild out in your 20s. And he was like, I'm glad I got the parents that I have, and I never wild out in my 20s. And I see no sense in passing that message around. So how about you work hard in your 20s?
Young women, be smart during your youth. Okay. Sorry. Because what happens during your youth will change everything that comes after it. Yes. You understand what I'm saying to you? Think about what you're doing while you're young. I know the energy is to be careless and carefree because you're wild and you're young, but what you do now does absolutely affect what happens to you later.
This part.
Let me hip you to the science. The 20s are for working hard. The 30s are for working smart. The 40s are for working whenever you feel like it. Yes, I can't.
All right. And we close by saying this morning. This don't only go for women, but it's a good message to pass on to women in a world where we see what the trend is now, right? I want a man who pay for everything, and I want this, and then a couple of years down the road, she find herself without anything because she's always had a man that paid for everything because those are the kind of men she chased. And then eventually your beauty fades and the sexy body gone, and ain't no man willing to pay for nothing because now you're in competition with younger women who are saying the same thing. He'd rather spend his money over there on that hourglass figure than spend it on you. You've phased out. Now you have to go look something for yourself. You're not under care of any man. You're not solidified in a relationship as in you have a husband and you've been working and putting in work in this relationship, etc. You are now out here, just out here. And now you have to go catch your ass, is what they call it, right? So you're running around trying to catch your ass in your 40s because you did all that wild stuff in your 20s. My message was, and I'll repeat it, and then we'll get out of here, is if you wild out in your 20s, you're going to spend your 30s trying to recuperate from it. And it might even take you into your 40s. Remember that. If you work hard in your 20s, you'll see fruition of it in your 30s. You will really start to enjoy the fruits of your labor into your 40s. That way. With that said, we're going to leave it right there this morning. Manners and respect to everybody tuning in. Don't be a smoky. Empress says, don't be a smoky. Like Amber Rose with that slut walk nonsense. Yeah, all right. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Big up on yourself. God go with Uno. Uno go with God. And we'll be here tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning is going to be an extended morning. We'll start early. I promise you we'll start early. And we have a lot of topics on the table to talk about. All right? So it's Festive Friday tomorrow morning. Be there. I'll see you then. I'm out. Peace. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, please. Yesterday, after that long live, YouTube rated our live at a 0, which was quite offensive because they can rate it up to 15, and they rated it as a 0 because not too many people were engaging, I guess, or hitting the thumbs up. I don't know how them do it. So just hit that thumbs up button for me, please. All right. And I'm out. Peace.